All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the December 16, 2025 meeting for the Kitsap Regional Library Board of Trustees. I am President Eric Fong. Along with me are Vice President Gina Steiner, Marwan Cameron, and Eric Sisney. We will go to the Kitsap Regional Library mission statement read by Eric Sisney.
Inspiring curiosity and connection.
Thank you, Eric. We'll go to Jason for welcome and introductions.
Yes, good evening. Welcome to the last board meeting. With us tonight, Executive Assistant Tammy Jeffries, Deputy Director, Chief Financial and Operating Officer Dan Bayer, Deputy Director of Public Services Shannon Peterson, Director of Strategy and Communications Jeannie Allen, Executive Director of the Kitsap Regional Library Foundation Wendy Kyle, and the Director of Information Technology and Facilities Management Mike Rose. No other special guests tonight, no mission moment. Thank you.
Thank you. No additions or changes to the agenda, and there is no public comment. So we'll go to the consent agenda. All matters listed within the consent agenda are considered to be routine and will be enacted by one motion of the Board of Trustees with no separate discussion. If separate discussion is desired, items may be removed from the consent agenda and placed on the regular agenda by request. Items include 6.01, the minutes of the November 18, 2025 regular board meeting, 6.02, payment of November 2025 expenditures, and 6.03, surplus library materials withdrawn from the collection for November 2025. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda items?
I so move.
Second?
I second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And we'll go to 7.01, board member updates. Who would like to go first?
I don't have anything to report. I missed the last meeting, unfortunately, but nothing.
I don't have any to report either.
Okay. Marwan, do you have anything? Okay. The only update that I have is I was able to go back into the Bainbridge Island branch last week, now that they've reopened with their solar panels. So very exciting to have the library open again. And for this last update, I'm actually going to bounce it over to Wendy Kyle to give a little update because she and I and several others here were at the same event last Friday night. So Wendy, can you give us an update?
Yeah, thank you, Eric. We had the great pleasure of attending the Greater Kitsap Chamber of Commerce event, where I'm excited to share that the Kitsap Regional Library Foundation won Nonprofit of the Year. So that was really exciting, and what I shared there, and I'll share again, is really that this recognition is really a reflection of each of you, our Board of Trustees, our library leadership, as well as all of our staff, who really lean in and provide great service and care to our community every day. And really what a great opportunity this award is to illustrate the impact that philanthropy has on our community and everyone who is served by Kitsap Regional Library. So it was exciting, and we're happy to have been recognized.
All right. It was great to be there. Thank you, Wendy. And we will go to the Long Range Strategic Planning Committee report. Gina and Marwan.
All right. So for the strategic planning meeting report, there's going to be a new HR director coming on board starting January 12th. This person has 15 plus years of experience and 10 years of direct supervisory experience. So that'd be a great addition. As far as operations and budgeting, looking to allocate new positions based on the levy, and that will likely take place coming in April. Also, 2026, there are several capital projects, and that presentation will be coming in January. For example, there's $225,000 that is being allocated for fleet replacement. In regards to printing and mobile, which is really a big deal for the patrons, that is going to continue. Almost 17,000 unique users, and the pricing is going to change a little bit to be a little bit more supportive to the patrons. It's going to go from $10 per week to $20 per month, and that will be effective January 5th. Mobile will be continuing to build out their structure and also creating new positions coming around the summer, and there will be many conversations with our partners, which is good. In regards to facilities, you were talking about solar at Bainbridge. There will be the regular closure on the 24th and 25th for the holidays, but on the 23rd, that Tuesday, is also going to be closed for building maintenance. At Sylvan Way, it will be closed again for the holiday on the 24th and the 25th, but then repairs are going to start, and it should open again on January 19th, and so there will be no public-facing staff on site during that time. For strategic strategy and communications, many 2026 goals, looking at bolstering the efforts based on the Thrive Ahead survey to see how to better serve our underserved communities, and continued focus on staff wellness and all the great events that the library puts on to support staff. Of course, the United States is turning 250 years old, and we also have FIFA this year coming. We are in a fan zone, so stay tuned for that, as the library is going to be a part of that action. Also looking forward to creating more after-hours events. We had a report a while ago about how successful the Library After Dark was, and so look for more of those things. Also looking at the efficacy of staff tools, things that are used on the back end, so that will be happening in 2026. And then evaluating the buildings for universal accessibility. And then lastly, for the foundation, again, winning Nonprofit of the Year. And I would just say, if you know anything about the Kitsap Great Give, there are 400 to 500 different nonprofits, so that is a huge and big deal. That's my report.
Thanks, Marwan, for the update. I'm pretty pumped up now. That was really great to hear. Anybody have any questions? Okay. We'll go to 7.03, financial report. Dan, do you have anything to add beyond what is in the report?
I do not. We're tight but on target.
Great. Any questions? Okay. With that, we'll go to 7.04, library director's report.
Good evening again. I want to begin by grounding us in a bit of gratitude and context. I am grateful for all the support we have been able to receive from the voters who spoke at the ballots and all of our patrons and staff who are on the front lines driving our mission, and all the people who work behind the scenes in our Board of Trustees for supporting us. It's not lost on me that it takes a whole village to make our library system work. So as we close out another year, I just really want to thank everybody for supporting the Kitsap Regional Library. In November, the library observed Veterans Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, and Thanksgiving. And so we paused not only to honor the veterans in our community who served and continue to serve, but also we acknowledge the Indigenous peoples and whose stewardship of this land makes all of our work possible. And that grounding matters, especially as we navigate and the challenges that are before us, and we celebrate the opportunities we have to continually provide services for all those who exist in our county. And so in November, it was both, a time of strength in our organization, and there's an urgency ahead to really be able to take these levy promises that we've made and start to make them a reality over the next 7 to 10 years. And so I'm looking forward to that. In November, 2 branches experienced closures due to facilities work. The Bainbridge Island branch closed from November 10th through the 29th to support a solar installation project managed by the building owner. And while initially this project was scoped to be a short project, it required more time than anticipated. And so I want to acknowledge the staff and patrons for their flexibility. And I'm pleased, it was a difficult time to not have library services. Any closure, whether it's 1 day, 1 hour, or 1 minute, is not a good showing for people, but these are difficult, and they happen in libraries everywhere and all over the country for various reasons. And so we're happy that we were able to successfully open Sunday, November 29th, and I got a chance to work at the branch shortly thereafter, and patrons were glad to be back in the building. In terms of our other facility closure with Sylvan Way, we really have been down this road for plumbing issues basically the entire year, but we're now faced with the sobering reality that our plumbing issues were just really beyond our understanding, and so we had to bring in a couple more contractors to really be able to understand what was at stake. And so something we've been managing again, it required an emergency closure on the 18th of November, and so the further investigation by our facilities director and IT director revealed a broken pipe beneath the large portion of the public service area. And so repairs, the repair plan is been laid, and the process is underway to be able to mitigate those issues. And so, but the scope to like fully restore that area of the library that's being affected is a bit more than the library can responsibly absorb in terms of the financial impact to the district and the financial impact to the taxpayers. And so as a result, that section of the library, after repairing the actual pipe to allow functioning restrooms all over the facility, once that's mitigated and repaired, that section of the library, unfortunately, will be permanently closed. And it's not a failure of maintenance on any part. It's a reality that it's a 50-year-old building that is nearing end of life, and it's kind of reaching the end of its functional lifespan. So as a result, we are actively exploring and accelerating the strategic focus on long-term solutions to advance the replacement of Sylvan Way in our service center as well. And so that'll be an ongoing effort by our leadership team in 2026. And we'll be evaluating partnerships, and we'll be evaluating service models. It's complex work, but it's an opportunity to reimagine, considering that our service center is housed in Sylvan Way, to really reimagine how library services are rendered in this county for really years to come, because that is our central library. And so, you know, these projects happen, you know, probably about every 50 years or so, and this building's about 50 years old. And so the good thing is that if we can get a solid replacement plan in effect, that'll be the last such time, at least while I'm alive, and all of the directors here. But we expect that it will be a long-term vision that will take a bit of time to put into place. But, you know, I want to thank our staff at both facilities working through the closures, the relocations, the uncertainty, and the patrons who continue to support us throughout all of it. They're trusting, and they showed a tremendous fortitude, both staff and patrons, while we've had service disruption. So it's a testament to the support that our patrons and staff have in us. And so we are, while the challenges have been daunting, we're turning those into opportunities. So organization is strong and moving forward with momentum. From the people perspective, we honored a significant retirement in November, and it is with sadness but pleasure, because I had the pleasure of working with Hannah Hutzel, who was and still is, you know, a valuable member of our community, and will at some point probably reappear as a substitute to help us. But Hannah Hutzel was well known as our bookmobile driver for years, and was a library associate, and retired in November, and so got a chance to attend that retirement party and support Hannah after years of service. We thank her because she provided a lot of community connections by way of the bookmobile. And so it's not lost on me that as an era ends, we are also building another era and a new era of a mobile presence in the area, not with a bookmobile, but with the fleet. And so we've honored and thanked Hannah for her service to the organization in November. And then operationally, or looking at the broader year of 2025, well, even before that, and along the people side, we also saw internal leadership grow with Sharon Grant transitioning to collection and technical services manager. So we're excited about her transition to that arena, where we know she will do a good job in leading that team and managing our collections process. And we're really excited about Sharon's transition to that arena. Looking through the broader year 2025, it's been one of extraordinary progress, as both Marwan and Gina heard in our strategic and long-range planning committee meeting. We successfully passed our levy, as you know, and that was followed by a really strong educational campaign and the foundation of that was laid by two of our directors, Jeannie Allen and Shannon Peterson. And so we celebrate the library's 80th year anniversary, which also, I think, helped pass the levy. And so we launched those signature events, like I said, Library After Dark, and deepen our community connections across the system all the way around in 2025. And I think that all of those in concert helped us to be able to gain maximum visibility for the library and eventually pass the levy. Operationally, we launched Library IQ to better measure impact. We completed a language access plan, evaluated our summer learning program, expanded community book sites, upgraded technology across all branches. We restored hours at MLK. We finalized a memorandum of agreement with Central Kitsap School District to operate our Silverdale Library and Silverdale Center for the next 50 or so years. And so there was great accomplishments all the way around, not only by this leadership team, by the district as a whole. And so these accomplishments aren't isolated wins. They represent a library system that's learning, adapting, and leading. And so I'm really proud of all of the leaders in this room. And as we look ahead to 2026, our goals are clear. We want to deepen our community understanding, advance equity and inclusion, and invest in staff, strengthen our outreach to underserved populations, modernize facilities and technology, and ensure long-term financial stability. Those goals align directly with our strategic plan that we worked so hard on, and we will thrive ahead with the voters' trust that's been placed in us through the levy ballot measure. So in closing, I want to emphasize that Kitsap Regional Library System, and it's why I came here, is bold, and it is visionary. And so with the stewardship that we have had throughout this community for years and years, I'm really I don't take the responsibilities of our leadership team lightly. We've had to make some necessary and hard choices in order to build the library of tomorrow we want to see. And a lot of that has been in the decisions we've made today in terms of being able to have good process in everything we do. Again, to lay a foundation that will exist long after we're gone. And so I'm proud of the organization. I'm deeply proud and grateful for our staff, our community partners, and appreciative of the board's trust in not only me, but the entire leadership team. So I really want to say happy holidays to everybody, and thank you for your advocacy, your representation across all of your areas, and thank you for being really a transformational, I think, Board of Trustees, because you're all invested in your communities. I know we didn't have a lot of reports now, but listening to them throughout the year, it's not lost on me that each of you are involved in your communities in every way. And I'm looking forward to that engagement continuing next year and looking forward to 2026 being twice as impactful as 2025. So thank you for the faith you have in us, and that's all I have. I'll open for any questions or comments.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you for conveying how robust of a year 2025 was, and it's great to reflect on all of the progress that the team made. And it sounds like we're going for 2x impact next year. But when the phrase that I think of is one that you start a lot of your emails out with is "Our journey continues." So, our journey continues. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions, comments, updates for Jason?
I don't have any questions. I just want to say thanks for the summary of the accomplishments in 2025 and a review of 2026 goals. That's how I like to wrap up the year, so I appreciate that in your written report. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So we'll go to 9.01. Annual election of officers. So tonight is my last night serving as president of the board. That means at the end of the year, I will lose my limo service and my Secret Service protection, and I will pass it on to the next president, whoever the nominating committee selects today, and I will remain on the board as a trustee. So we have Monica Blackwood and Eric Sisney, who are the nominating committee. So Eric, I'll hand it off to you to share the slate of officers that you came up with.
Well, we propose that we elect Gina Steiner for president, and Marwan Cameron for vice president. I assume you two have both agreed to that? Okay. Then I have moved that we elect you to do.
All right. I second. All those, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to both you, Gina and Marwan, president and vice president for the next 2 years, starting in January.
1 year rotating.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Let's see. So we'll go to 9.02, Resolution 2025-07, adoption of the Kitsap County Rural Library District's 2026 operating budget. And I'll pass it back to Dan.
Okay, all right, that is hot now. Thank you, both of you. So the 2026 operating budget reflects the passage of the lid lift levy in August of 2025, which raised our revenue bar by about $8 million. The projected or proposed expenditure authority for 2026 reflects the spinning up of 2026 levy initiatives that will go online starting in April of 2026. We do not receive our first large property tax deposit until that time, so we do not have the cash until that time to support any new initiatives until that point in time. We will be reporting on what those new initiatives are as they come online to the board. That's pretty much all I have to say about the 2026. We have a new operating level of revenue for this year. Next year, it'll be going back to the 1% calculation with new construction revenue added to that. So we'll go back to that revenue calculation going forward. And whatever we save next year, we'll put into reserves to ensure that this levy lasts for 7 to 10 years.
Sounds great. And again, we reflect our gratitude to the community for the passing of the levy so that we have flexibility to continue for many years to come and provide top-notch services. So thank you. Does anybody have any questions about Dan's operating budget for 2026? Okay. Do we have a motion to approve?
I so move.
Second.
A second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Great, thank you. Motion passes. And we will go to 9.03, Resolution 2025-08, revised fee schedule, adjusting fees associated with copies and prints. And we'll go to Shannon.
Yes. So to add a little context to this, the library recognizes that printing and copying service are a really crucial part of the information ecosystem that we offer. That said, because we don't recover costs associated with this service, it's very important for us to evaluate on a regular basis to make sure that we're continuing good stewardship of tax dollars. So we've done an evaluation recently and are so pleased to report that we have almost 17,000 unique users using this service over the last year. So it's really about balancing that delightful popularity with, again, careful stewardship. So with this change, our goal is to really right-size what we're offering so that we're continuing to support the majority of our users. And also aligning more closely with what best practices are for libraries in our area. So the request that you'll see in the resolution is to adjust the fee schedule from $10 a week in credit that we offer for patrons for print and copy to $20 per month. And our goal would be to make this effective beginning of the new year so that we have an opportunity to communicate with both staff and patrons and prepare for the change.
Great, thank you, Shannon. I'm grateful to be one of those 17,000 because my printer was not working this weekend, so I went to the library. I just want to put that thing through the window at this point. Okay, does anybody have any questions about Resolution 2025-08? Okay. Do we have a motion to approve Resolution 2025-08?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion passes. Thank you. And this will be our last board meeting for the year for 2025, so we'll reconvene next year, Tuesday, January 2027, with a new president, Gina Steiner, and Vice President Marwan Cameron. So with that, we are adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.